Okay, stick with me here. I have like a little story and then I'm gonna relate it back. So a long time ago, I was on a family vacation. We went to Colorado and we went whitewater rafting. And one of the things that they have you do when you're getting ready is they have your instructor um, tell you all the like commands that they're gonna give you during the whitewater rafting session. So in this case, forward, backward, left, and right, depending on like where you needed to paddle, stuff like that, right? And they have you practice this on land before you're like in the boats on the water. And all of the instructors say it very differently, and usually it's like very funny. I remember that our guy was like forward instead of forward, and they do this for multiple reasons. One is they all say it kind of funny and different so that you don't get confused when you are like in the water. If there is like another raft that's close to you, you don't hear that instructor say forward and then go forward when you're supposed to be doing right or left or whatever, right? And the other reason that they do this is so that you can hear it and practice it like before you're on the water, before you're in a situation where you need to use it. Another reason, right, is because even if you can't hear exactly what's being said because the water is really loud, the shift in pitch and tone helps you to recognize what it is, even if you can't hear, or like maybe you're nervous, you're stressed out because you're in like a dangerous situation or whatever, even if it's fun. So much like when you're whitewater rafting and you're new to it, the instructors have you practice first on land. When you're changing or choosing a safe word or a safe word system like the Vario, you should be practicing it on land first, all right? Give it a dry run, not a wet run, pun intended. Use it in a situation where there's low pressure, where there's nothing going on that like can go wrong. And if you can, try it a few times. That's the easiest and best way to integrate something like the Vario or a safe word if you haven't been using one, or you're just starting kinds of things where you do need one, into what's going on. And that way it is a lot more normalized and there is not a lot of pause happening in between when a safe word is said and when an action is taken. When I was originally thinking about this device, I was doing scene building for myself and thinking about what I wanted and what I wanted to do. And as someone who has been sexually assaulted before, I wanted to make sure that I was able to consent at all times. And I think it's very important to me that everybody be able to consent at all times, right? When you're using it at first, especially if you haven't practiced, give yourself like a little bit of grace in that it's not going to be perfect every time. It's going to take a little bit of time for it to fully integrate into what you're doing. Now, we don't have enough data yet to know how long on average it takes somebody to become comfortable and integrated with the Vario in their scene work and stuff, but hopefully we'll know pretty soon and we'll be able to release that. But that being said, even though we're not expecting perfection, nobody should be using that as an excuse to ignore a signal or not pay attention or to let hurt happen just because you're getting used to a new safe word. Just like with any other time you're starting to use a safe word, people should be using context clues and things like that to know if they need to stop, even if you don't use a safe word, right? Of course, there's caveats to that with some kinks, but I'm not really going to go into that. I know that pre-orders are opening tomorrow. I am super excited, and I'll also be posting like our plans for the future as well, so you know where everything is going, and I can't wait. I'm so excited to go places and make things safe for everyone while they're having fun. That's really, really important to me, and I'm just very excited about it. So yeah, thanks for watching.